Hey guys, Ubelal again, and in this video we're gonna look at AutoJitPatcher, a very nice cracking application made by 0xDEADDEAD attack forums, and I'm just gonna go over the basics on how to use it and how to basically crack a basic application with this. So if we open our little crack me here, you see we have name and serial, so if you just type in anything, see what happens. See that it just removes the serial and no message box. So we need to crack this, and we're gonna do this with this application. So the first thing you need to do is open Reflector and drag in OBF tester. And you don't need to use Reflector for this. That's the good thing about the application, because it can be used to crack obfuscated applications. I think 0xDEADDEAD has even tested on Confuser 1.9, the latest version, and it worked. But in this video I'm going to show you the basics, so I'm going to use Reflector because it's easier for you to understand, I think. So yeah, let's just open the application here, and we can assume that the button is in form login and this. So if you look at the code here, yeah, this looks like our method here. Because if the text box is not the serial, it's gonna set the text box to empty, but otherwise it's gonna show a message box. So this jump or branch is what we're gonna need to change, and we see that the offset of the branch is 27 in the method. And yeah, you're gonna open up Visual Studio and you're gonna want to add a reference to AutoJitPatcher.recipe, so you can use the recipe class here. And the first thing you're gonna do is type in override method scanning, and we're going to return just the original assembly scan. These are basically some options you have when you scan the application, like full scan, I think scans the whole app domain for the method. No scan, yeah, this makes no scan, I think. And original assembly scan is basically just scanning the assembly that it loads. So this is the fastest, but it should be accurate. So and custom scan, you can make your own scanner, but we're just going to use this for this tutorial. So if you just import the other members here, we see pre-JIT and after-JIT. Just going to remove, remove this line here. And we don't need to look at the after-JIT in this tutorial. But in the pre-JIT, this is basically where you do most of the scanning, or where you put in your signature to see if it's the right method. So, basically, if you look at the method hub in Reflector here again, we see that the instruction we're looking for is at offset 27. So if the method doesn't have 27 instructions, or offsets up to 27, we can basically skip that method because we know it's not the right one. So if the IL body length is less than 27, then we return. And basically the IL body field here is a byte array containing all the instructions in raw bytes instead of instructions. So it's a little bit hard to work with if you don't have mono.sysl imported, so I recommend you to do that. And now we just do another check here. If the instruction at this offset equals opcodes br true short dot up to, because we see that this is a br true short at the offset 27. So basically, if this is true, it should be our target method. So in here, we're gonna change the method, the instruction at 27, and change it to the reverse. So opcodes.br false. Okay, so now it checks if this is the method, and if it's the right method, it changes the instruction at 27 to br false. So instead of, when it comes to here, instead of jumping down to the bad message here, it's just gonna go past it and display success, hopefully. So if we take this whole thing and just copy it, and we open up the folder, look in the manifest file here, you have the recipe path, and in this case it's tutorial.rcp. You can just change this to whatever name you want, but basically this is the file it's going to look for the recipe. So we need to make a recipe call tutorial, can just make a text document and paste this thing in here. Save as. Right, so now we have our recipe file here, and you should be able to load it. And let's just test this again to show you, whoops, that nothing happens when you press this. But if we load it in AutoJitPatcher here, we see that it outputs some things here, and this is basically just it outputs the method name, because, or in this case, it doesn't have a name, but it outputs the method every time the just-in-time compiler compiles it. So if we type like test and press verify, we see success, because yeah, it changed the method at runtime. So that's basically how you crack an application. So you can just make loaders, just ship the AutoJitPatcher with the crack file, and just load this every time you want to log into the application. Yeah, that's basically all I wanted to show in this tutorial, and in the future I'll be making more advanced tutorial on this tool, hopefully, because soon he's going to implement a method dumping method, so you can basically just use this tool and don't need a reflector or any other tool to find the offsets. But yeah, I'll hopefully make a video when that comes out, so see ya.